All right, so get this. Sylvester Stallone had to sell his dog Butkus, for $40 just to, keep a roof over his head.
Yeah.
And then fast forward a couple years, and he's turning down millions to star in Rocky.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
It's crazy, right?
It's a bold move.
It's that kind of that audacity that makes his story so interesting. So today we're diving into the biographies, right, to figure out like what made this guy tick. You know, what can we learn from his life?
His path to success, for sure. It's an amazing story.
Yeah, and you're right that that Rocky thing, that was a huge turning point.
Yeah, pivotal moment for him.
But to really get him, we got to go back to the beginning.
Yeah, for sure, to the start.
So his childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell's Kitchen, New York City. Not exactly easy, right?
No, not at all. It was rough. It really forged him, though,
Yeah.
That resilience.
Yeah.
His worldview.
Yeah, and, on top of, like, just being poor, he had some other challenges, too, right?
He did. He had, facial paralysis.
Right.
From birth complications. So that affected his speech.
Right.
Gave him that distinctive look,
So the things that, like, could have held him back.
Right, yeah.
It kind of became his, like, trademark.
Exactly.
It's like, he flipped the script,
Well, did.
But those early years, I mean, tough.
They were rough. He struggled financially, even experienced homelessness at times. And then, of course, there's a story about Butkus.
Yeah.
Having to sell his dog.
Man, it makes you wonder, right?
Yeah.
Like, did those experiences, like, light a fire in him?
Absolutely.
Gave him that edge.
Yeah.
It makes you think, how much of his early life, like, shaped those characters he created?
For sure. Like, think about it. Did that hardship, that loss,
Yeah.
did that, like, become part of his writing, like those underdog characters?
Right. And it's not just Rocky.
No. Right.
Rambo.
That's a great example.
Also a Stallone creation.
Right.
You've got this Vietnam vet, right, battling, internal demons.
It's a different kind of fight.
Yeah, it's not, it's not as upbeat as Rocky, is
That's
it?
not as light. No.
It's like darker, more intense.
More complex.
But it's a depth
Oh, yeah.
to those characters. You really feel it.
Totally. A sense of struggle and resilience.
Yeah, and it feels personal.
You think so?
Yeah, it feels like there's something, from his own life, like bleeding into it.
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. Like his life informing his art almost.
Right, exactly. But he's also just like a really good storyteller.
He is.
So his writing, he gets rejected as an actor over and over.
Right.
But he doesn't quit.
Nope.
He starts writing, and boom, Rocky is born.
It's pretty amazing.
But what was it about that story, that really grabbed him?
That's the question.
Was it just the Wepner fight, or was there something more?
Well, I mean, the Wepner fight was a big deal. This nobody boxer knocks down Muhammad Ali. Like, nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, that's true. It was a total upset.
Like the ultimate underdog story.
Yeah.
And that really resonated with Stallone.
Yeah, you could see why. Like, he saw himself in Wepner, right?
So, totally.
Another underdog beating the odds. And the crazy thing is, he wrote Rocky in, like, 3 days.
3 days.
It's unbelievable.
That's intense.
He was just, like, on fire.
Yeah.
But then comes the real fight, getting the movie made.
Oh, yeah.
The producers, they loved the script, but they wanted, like, a big-name star.
Of course.
Right. They offered him, like, tons of money.
A lot of money.
Just to, like, walk away.
Yeah.
But he said no.
Wow.
He wouldn't sell it unless he got to play Rocky himself.
Now that's a gamble.
Right. I mean, he hadn't really had that much success as an actor up to that point.
That's true.
It's wild. He basically bet his whole career.
He did.
What do you think gave him, like, the guts to do that?
I don't know. It's hard to say. But, I mean, look at his background, right?
Yeah.
That upbringing, it gave him this incredible drive. And he really believed in his vision.
Yeah.
He knew he was the only Rocky.
Yeah, he was Rocky.
He was the one.
And, we all know what happened, right?
Oh, yeah.
That gamble paid off big time.
Big time.
Rocky, a global hit.
Global phenomenon.
Won Best Picture.
Took 3 Oscars, wasn't it?
3 Oscars.
Yeah.
And Stallone.
Superstardom.
It's crazy, right? It wasn't just a movie.
No.
It was like a cultural moment.
Totally.
People connected with it on such a deep level, you know?
Yeah.
It gave them hope. It showed them that anything is possible.
That you can overcome anything.
Yeah, that the human spirit can triumph over adversity.
The powerful message.
Yeah, and for Stallone, it was just the beginning. He wasn't just an actor or a writer anymore.
Right.
He was like a symbol.
An icon.
A symbol of, of the underdog.
Who could achieve anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocky was huge. I mean, everybody knows that. But what's cool is that he didn't just, stop there.
Yeah.
He could have just kept making Rocky movies.
Busy sequels.
But no, he goes and creates like a whole other iconic character, Rambo.
Yeah, First Blood. That was something else.
Totally different vibe.
Oh,
It's like darker.
yeah, it's about the Vietnam War, and the impact on this vet.
It's like heavy stuff.
Yeah, psychologically, you really see what this guy's going through. Trauma, isolation.
And again, he fought to play the part.
Oh yeah, he insisted. He had to be Rambo.
This guy, I swear, he was all about taking risks. What do you think, drew him to that character, that darkness?
Maybe it was a way for him to explore a different kind of strength,
Yeah.
Like Rocky's fighting in the ring, right?
Yeah.
He's got a goal.
Yeah.
Rambo. It's like he's fighting himself.
Yeah.
It's about survival.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Two totally different characters.
Mm-hmm.
But they both have that, that's Stallone's signature, that strength.
It's true.
It makes you think, was he trying to show, different sides of what it means to be human?
Maybe. He definitely wanted to explore, how we deal with stuff.
Yeah.
How we find our place.
Yeah. Yeah. And, his career wasn't always up, up, up.
Oh, of course not.
He had some flops,
Yeah, some movies didn't do so well.
But even in those, there's still that spirit,
That underdog thing.
Yeah, he's always pushing, trying new things.
Yeah, he never played it safe.
Even if it meant, failing.
Right. And that's a good lesson, isn't it?
Totally.
You got to take risks if you want to do something really creative.
Yeah, you can't be afraid to fall flat on your face.
Yeah, exactly. Stallone's career proves that. He just kept trying.
And sometimes, those risks paid off in ways you wouldn't expect, like Copland.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Critically acclaimed, right?
People loved it. Showed that he could do more than just action.
Totally. He could be, subtle.
Yeah, nuanced. Showed his range.
But then, even more impressive, I think, he comes back to Rocky years later.
Creed.
Yeah. Talk about legacy, right?
Amazing. He's Rocky again.
But he's also, passing the torch.
Yeah, he's the mentor now.
To Michael B. Jordan.
It's like a full circle moment.
It really is.
Times moved on, but that core message, that hope, that resilience, it's still there.
It's powerful.
Creed was brilliant.
It was. But, it wasn't all sunshine and roses for him.
No.
He had some tough times personally. And some controversy.
Right. We got to talk about those allegations.
Yeah. Later in his career.
Sexual misconduct stuff.
Yeah, he denied it.
He did.
And he was never charged.
Right. But it's still part of his story. We can't just ignore it.
It's true. It's important to acknowledge, even if it wasn't proven legally.
Yeah. It casts a shadow. Reminds us that nobody's perfect.
And then there's the loss of his son.
His age.
Yeah, in 2012. That was just heartbreaking.
It was.
It makes you realize, even with all the fame and money,
yeah,
life can still hit you hard.
Yeah, it puts things in perspective, doesn't it? But even after all that, he kept going.
He did. He never stopped working, creating.
It's amazing. Where does he find that strength, you think? It's that same tenacity we've been talking about, never giving up.
Yeah.
Like he takes those hard knocks and turns them into fuel.
Yeah, I get that. And it's that spirit, right?
Yeah.
That connects with people.
Absolutely. His characters, they're like symbols of hope.
They never give up.
Yeah.
It's inspiring.
Yeah, they embody that whole, never say die attitude. We can overcome anything.
Exactly. It reminds me of that line from Rocky.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
It ain't about how hard you hit.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
That's it. That's Stallone's whole life right there.
It really is. He gets knocked down, but he always gets back up.
And that's something we can all learn from, right? We all face setbacks. I mean, who hasn't?
Everyone's been there. We've all had those moments where you just want to quit.
Right. But Stallone, he shows us that it's not about avoiding those punches. It's about what you do after you get hit.
Exactly. You get back up, you keep fighting.
His whole career, it's like a masterclass in resilience.
I like that. It really is. He shows us that, It's okay to fail. It's okay to get rejected.
It's what you do next that matters.
Yeah, you learn, you dust yourself off, and you keep going.
He's the ultimate underdog, proving that anything is possible if you just don't give up.
So true. So inspiring.
Well, we've covered a lot today. It's been quite a journey, this deep dive into Stallone's life. But before we go, I have a question for you listening.
Ooh, I like this.
Think about it. What's your Rocky moment? That time when you defied the odds.
Yeah, when you pushed yourself harder than you ever thought possible. What was that moment for you?
Everyone has one, right?
Yeah.
Those challenges we overcome. Those dreams we chase, even when people doubt us.
And sometimes the journey's more important than the destination. It's those struggles, those moments of doubt that really shape us.
And make us who we are.
Exactly.
So whatever you're facing, remember, you have that inner Rocky. You have the power to achieve great things. Just keep moving forward.
Thank you for joining us today on this deep dive. We hope you found Stallone's story as inspiring as we do.
And until next time, keep fighting the good fight. We'll see you then.